Okay, so here we have Shakespeare's Last Will and Testament. And it was originally drafted in January of 1616, and it was amended March 25th, 1616. Okay. And on the will, we have 3 signatures of William Shakespeare of Stratford. Okay, so here we have Shakespeare's signature on the final page. Okay, so here we have a facsimile of Shakespeare's Last Will and Testament, a transcription. And let's just go over some important elements. 1, in the name of God, amen, I, William Shakespeare of Stratford upon Avon. Now that's important. So we're talking about Shakespeare of Stratford. And in the will, he gives money to his daughter Judith. He gives other items to his daughter Susanna Hall. £100 to Elizabeth Hall. £50 to be set forth by my executors during the life of my sister, Joan Hart. So obviously this is the Stratford Shakespeare. And if we scroll down, here we have Hamlet Sadler. And this is the part that is connected to the Lord Chamberlain's men. To my fellows, so he's talking about fellow actors, via John Hemming, Richard Burbage, and Henry Condell. Okay? And he gives them money to buy rings. Okay, so now let's look at the Lord Chamberlain's men. It was originally formed under the patronage of Lord Strange, but when he died in 1594, the players found a patron in Henry Carey, the Lord Chamberlain. Now, Shakespeare may have been an original member of the company, and the original actors when the company were formed were the following: Richard Burbage, John Hemming, and Henry Condell. So the 3 individuals who are given money in Shakespeare's will, of Shakespeare of Stratford's will, the 3 individuals, Richard Burbage, John Hemming, and Henry Condell, are 3 members of the Lord Chamberlain's men with William Shakespeare. And this is the William Shakespeare of Stratford. Okay, now we're making the connection to the First Folio. The First Folio of Shakespeare is published in 1623. Okay, here's the First Folio. Okay, so now in the First Folio, in the preface of the First Folio, 1623, we have a dedication by Ben Jonson. And then we have to the most noble and incomparable pair of brethren. We have the Earl of Pembroke and his brother. And the dedication here is by John Hemming and Henry Condell. Now, this is obviously the John Hemming and Henry Condell, who are part of the acting company, who took 36 plays and then had them published in the First Folio. And this John Hemming and Henry Condell are the same John Hemming and Henry Condell, who are part of Lord Chamberlain's acting company with William Shakespeare of Stratford and that John Heminges and Henry Condell are both mentioned with Richard Burbage, who's also part of Lord Chamberlain's company, in Shakespeare's Last Will and Testament. So obviously we have here in the First Folio, we have William Shakespeare of Stratford, 1623, 7 years after his death. The First Folio, we have 36 plays that are published. Henry Condell and John Heminges of Lord Chamberlain's company are the ones who had the plays published, who were in possession of the plays. And the same Henry Condell and John Heminges are mentioned in the will of William Shakespeare of Stratford, as well as Richard Burbage, who were all three part of William Shakespeare's act, were part of the Lord Chamberlain's men with William Shakespeare. So here we have the connection of William Shakespeare of Stratford with William Shakespeare with the First Folio.